How you doing? This is Roy again, coming back at you, the Sage. Welcome to the Sage Show again. Today I want to discuss with you a matter of a lot of people, a subject that a lot of people don't really know about. And I'm going to educate you today on some ancient wisdom that I've been inspired to have, okay? And this is what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get on here and I'm going to start imparting this ancient downloaded information to you for free. And I want you to take this information and I want you to spread this information to everyone that is capable of understanding the concepts. Okay? There are many people out here in the world that have a lot of information, knowledge, and understanding. But there are very few that are putting it into a common sense, practical approach. And I will try my best to do that for you throughout my video series as long as I can continue to do it. Okay? Today, what I'm going to discuss to you is how you are a higher being. Okay? I'm going to discuss today how you are a higher being. Okay? Now, don't you understand the concept that everything around us, everything is energy? Okay? That's how you can feel the wind blow, okay? That's why, light itself is constant. It doesn't move anywhere, okay? What happened is that those particles, okay, this electromagnetism, and those wavelengths become available to our eyes, okay? When those wavelengths are stimulated. And that's how we see light. Okay? Always remember, think about sound, how sound is made and produced. Okay? It always comes from a central location. It comes from your mouth. And it comes out in a cone shape. Energy and light works the same way. Okay? All of these principles work the same way, okay? They come from a small source. Just like if you're building atoms and molecules, don't they have a nucleus? They have these atoms and neutrons, protons, and electrons that make up the interior. And from the interior, the whole is made. Again, concept. It starts from the inside as a small, and then it increases, and then you get the whole. So for a person, right, you'll just have those atoms, and it would become a whole person. And so it all emanates from one single speck of source. So for instance, when you turn on your light, don't you turn on your light and it brightens only a certain circular area of the room? That is a common sense, just a common sense example of how energy works. Okay? Now, do you understand that on the material plane that we live on is a higher vibrational state than the air, space, water, things that are more solid or more dense or more compact with light energy. Okay? And because we are human beings and because we have light, we are beings of light. Okay? That means that what we have in us is a temple. And that temple, on the day of your birth, and the alignment of the celestial planetary bodies. Your soul was pulled down from a particular soul cluster and came into this temple of light at a higher resonant state. You are the being of light. That's why you create your future. And this is how you create your future. Because think about it. What's emanating out of me and what's coming out of me, it's causing movement. It's causing something within inside of you to move and to think about what I'm talking about. And then you will talk to someone else. And that is movement and change. That is me effecting my future. Therefore developing my material future in the future. Okay? But the difference between me and you is that I realize that I am responsible for creating my future. And those created realities that I produce within inside of myself, I create a detailed thought of what that is. And then when I release that projection, it becomes a future materialized reality that I created within inside of myself, because I am a higher light being and I produce my future. Now, in between that time, I must have patience, and of course, there are other people, realities that are also evolving and working as I progress. Okay? Let me give you an example, a practical, common sense example of how this works. It's simple for me to explain it in relationship terms. Think about that time where you thought about being with someone. And you say, I want that person to look like this. I want that person to think this way. I want that person to treat me this way, do these things. And I want you to remember that time. And that person appeared. And you knew that was the one for you. But why didn't things work out? Do you know why? Because when you created that reality for yourself, and you began that thought process inside of your heart chakra, and you started determining this one outlook, this one materialized future that you would like to generate. But the details that you left out became the negative aspects of that person, in that materialized future. That would happen because when you did not know that you were responsible for creating your future. And when you thought about that person and you wanted that materialized reality to become into existence, okay? You did not fully, at that time that you made that realization, it was from an immature understanding of who you are and how powerful you really are, and how you are a light being, and how you create your future. Yes, that is the reality. You are a light being. You are a very powerful individual. That's when you can sense when people laugh and they cry. And when you're in balance with someone and your harmonic resonance is the same and you feel that connection. And when they're sick, you call them on the phone, are you okay? And they tell you, I've been a little sick, I've been worried. Well, I just knew. It's because if we all understood and a deep understanding of how we connect with each other, the universe, and who we really are as light beings on a higher resonant plane, okay? Everything will change. We can begin using the parts that are not being used in our brain, it opens up an entire new reality for us. And when we produce this new reality, it becomes the future. It's simple. It's free. This is downloaded information that I was inspired to give to you. This is the truth. Okay? I appreciate you listening to me. Visit my webpage at www.theilluminatedsage.com. From there, you can springboard onto the Facebook page. I'm putting the YouTube videos up. Just do what you need to do to spread whatever you need to do. Give me a phone call if you need to. I can explain more. Okay? I really appreciate everything. You all take care. Always remain positive in your life. And I hope that this caused you to think. And do you understand that through gaining more understanding and knowledge, it increases your personal vibrationatory state and your understanding. And this is how a being of light makes a proper transition. But that is for another conversation. Thank you for being here, listening to me on the Sage Show. Take care. Bye-bye.